is up, Posy people? Frank here, and you're watching the Super Posy Show. I don't have a whole lot of time today to make this video, so we're going to kind of jump right into it. First up, I saw Don't Breathe this weekend, and it was absolutely awesome. I had pretty high expectations going in, however, the movie completely exceeded my expectations. I am very impressed with this movie. I'll throw a link to the trailer to the movie down below so you can check it out. So basically the synopsis of the movie is there's these three kids. Basically they rob people's homes for a living. They all come from kind of a rough background. So basically they're just trying to survive. However, they get tipped off about this old guy who lives in the town that they're from, and he has a significant amount of money just lying around the house. So they decide they're going to go ahead and try to break into the house. They figure out that he is blind, so they think, oh, it's going to be an easy target. But needless to say, this movie wouldn't be a scary movie if they just broke into the house, stole the money, and everybody lived happily ever after. Except for the blind guy, obviously. So, it doesn't quite work out that way. I'm not going to get too into it because I definitely want to keep this review spoiler-free. I want to make sure that all y'all go check it out and that you guys get the full experience of the movie, because knowing the twist going into it takes pretty much all the fun out of it. But it's pretty exciting. I will say that if you've ever seen the TV show or the really horrible movie Daredevil, it's a little bit like that. So even though he's blind, he can still hear really well, and he can sense vibrations and stuff like that, like Daredevil. So I'm not sure how realistic that is, because I don't really have any friends that are blind, but I would imagine your senses would probably be better if you had to rely on them more. Getting into the review of the movie, though, I would say that this is one of the most original and creative horror movies I've seen in a very long time. It makes you really realize how dangerous someone can be even without their sense of vision, which is pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I really like the cinematography, so there's several moments of the movie that are shot in complete darkness. Our protagonists, even though they're not really heroes, obviously can't see because they are relying a lot on their vision because they have it and they take it for granted. It really instills a sense of helplessness for our protagonists, just because they're so reliant on being able to see where they're going, and then they get completely blinded, basically, so it kind of levels the playing field. Those shots were pretty cool, not going to lie. It really kind of helps bring you down on the level of what's happening. It makes you feel a little bit more immersed into the events that are occurring on the screen, so that's one thing this movie does really well. It definitely draws you in. It definitely makes you feel like you're a part of it. You're not just a spectator. It kind of plunges you right into the suspense, into the action of it, which is something that I don't really get from a lot of movies nowadays, so props to them for that. Speaking on the suspense, it is probably one of the most on-the-edge-of-your-seat movies I've seen in a very long time as well, and they do a really great job in putting a lot of twists and a lot of turns into the movie. I'm usually pretty good at predicting how a movie's going to end, even if it's one of those like super surprise ending movies like Inception or Shutter Island. I still feel like those are fairly obvious if you watch those kinds of movies. But this one never saw half the stuff that happened coming, which speaks volumes for the creativity and the amazing directing in the movie and the amazing story writing in the movie, because you just keep being like, whoa, what is this? Whoa, now this is happening. It's really hard to predict, which makes it a more exciting experience for sure. Also, you always think that it's about to be over. You think that, our protagonists are finally about to get out of the nightmare, but then they just keep getting pulled back in, and it's just a rough ride. You almost feel bad for these guys, even though they're definitely trying to rob a blind guy, which in itself is a pretty messed up thing to do. You just got to see it for yourself. I don't want to get too into it because I don't want to give anything away, but it's just constantly like, oh, they're finally going to be free. They're finally going to be free. Oh, nope, sorry, not quite. Didn't quite escape. Now you got to deal with this some more. It's just, oh my god, and it just pulls on your emotions, the whole movie. All in all, I'd say this is an exceptional movie. Right now it's got an 87% on Rotten Tomatoes and a certified fresh rating. I totally think it deserves that. I would probably rate it about there as well. Out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it around 3.5, 4 stars. There were some kind of convenient plot devices in the movie that I feel like they just put there to make it flow better and make more sense. But all in all, they do a pretty good job at covering the story, not leaving too many plot holes, and just making a very compelling story that really affects you on an emotional level. So I'd say I'd give it a solid 4, actually. get that 3.5 out of there. I'm going to give it a solid 4 stars out of 5. So, in conclusion, everybody, go see Don't Breathe. It's a great movie. Even if you don't like scary movies, I promise you, it's so well done that you probably will still appreciate it. And if you do like scary movies, what are you doing? This is a must-see horror movie for this year. I would argue it might be the best horror movie of 2016. Go see it. In other news, if you are a Godzilla fan, I know I personally am, so all my other Godzilla fans out there rejoice because Shin Gojira, known as Shin Godzilla here in the States, is coming to America. Funimation just released a US trailer for Shin Godzilla 2 days ago. It'll be coming to America from October 11th to October 18th in limited screenings around the country. I'm already getting ready to buy my tickets for the showing on the 11th because I want to get out and see this movie because I'm, like I said, a huge Godzilla fan. Now keep in mind it will be Japanese with English subtitles, so it will have that classic Godzilla experience since the movie was originally recorded and released in Japan. So it's not going to be like the 2014 Godzilla the Legendary Pictures did. It'll be more like your classic monster movie Godzilla. This movie has gotten into some controversy just because the direction that it took was very different from like your normal standard Godzillas. Some people have kind of shunned it and kind of given it some negative feedback for those reasons. You know, sometimes just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad, and I feel like that might be why a lot of people are saying it's bad, just because it's so different than what we're used to. But I'm going to reserve judgment, and I'm going to check it out on the 11th, and I'll be sure to let you guys know how I feel about it, and if I would recommend it to y'all. I'll let y'all know all that once the time comes. But if you are a Godzilla fan, definitely start checking out the show times. If you go to the link that I'm going to post down below, there's actually another link on their trailer video that'll take you to all the different theaters around the country that they're showing it. So if you want to buy your tickets now, you can actually do that. For any of you that are in the DFW area, maybe I'll run into you at this movie, maybe not. But either way, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys all check out Don't Breathe as well. If you've already seen Don't Breathe, let me know down below what you guys thought of it, what you liked, what you didn't like, what would you personally rate it. And if you're going to check out Shin Godzilla, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to talk with you guys about both these movies. But that's all I have for today. I actually have to run to Arkansas in a little bit. I'm going to a corporate conference. I'm going to try to get some really good footage while I'm down there, maybe put up a video or two about all the cool stuff that's going on up there. Just in case I don't have time to post, I will definitely be seeing you guys next weekend. I've got a couple ideas that I wanted to do this weekend, but it's just been such a busy weekend. So hopefully I'll see you guys throughout the week next week, posting some cool vlog content. If not, then I will definitely see you guys on Saturday. I've got a couple ideas that I'm going to start working on once I get back. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're new. And as always, stay positive, guys. Bye.